Have you ever walked down a quiet street at night and suddenly noticed an elderly woman standing alone under a flickering street lamp? That unexpected sight makes you instantly pay attention, not because it's inherently frightening, but because it's out of place. Today we are exploring why the same cognitive response makes us so immediately drawn to child prodigies, and how the initial focus might be manipulated more often than we realize. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we are shedding light on the phenomenon of child prodigies and psychological biases that shape why they so readily capture our attention. That feeling of immediate attention you give to something out of the ordinary. Our brains are wired to quickly notice things that stand out. This is known as salience bias, where we naturally focus on aspects of our environment that are particularly noticeable, prominent or unexpected. A child prodigy with their abilities far beyond their age is a prime example of something highly salient that instantly grabs our attention. This initial focus also influences our memory. The Wanderstoff effect, why distinctiveness sticks with us. This brings us to the Wanderstoff effect, also known as the isolation effect, first identified by German psychologist Hedwig von Trostorff in 1933. This psychological phenomenon suggests that when multiple similar items are presented, the one that differs from the rest is more likely to be remembered. The strong initial attention we give to a child prodigy due to their salience also lead to the Wanderstoff effect because they are so different and stand out so much from the norm. They become more memorable, so our attention is grabbed first, and then that distinctiveness helps them stick in our mind more likely than not. The marketing of prodigies. Media outlets and marketers often leverage this natural tendency to pay attention to the unusual. A 14-year-old CEO instantly grabs headlines and social media shares in a way a 25-year-old with the same achievement might not. This heightened attention translates directly into publicity, funding opportunities, and sometimes, unfortunately, investment schemes. Case study, Circadian AI. To illustrate this, let's consider a recent example. Circadian AI, a health tech startup founded by 14-year-old Siddharth Nalia. The company claims its app, Circadian V, can detect health-related issues quickly using smartphone-based heart sound recordings. Reports suggest the app has been tested on a large number of patients and shows a high accuracy rate. This claim immediately draws our attention because of the novelty and the age of the founder. To understand the plausibility of this claim, let's examine the established science behind the smartphone-based heart sound detection. Think of a smartphone microphone versus highly sensitive medical equipment. While both can pick up sound, the precision differs. Research confirms that smartphone can indeed record heart sounds using their built-in microphones, which is the basis of phonocardiography on these devices. Scientists are actively developing AI to analyze recordings for various cardiovascular conditions. However, the accuracy and the reliability of such technologies can be influenced by several factors, including background noise, the placement of the smartphone on the chest, and even patient characteristics. While AI algorithms show promise in analyzing these recordings, their performance necessitates rigorous validation in diverse real-world settings. Based on available information, Circadian V's claimed 96% accuracy lacks sufficient peer-reviewed support and therefore warrant careful scrutiny and robust independent validation. Furthermore, some research comparing smartphone-based oscillation, listening to heart sound, to traditional stethoscope has shown only fair agreement in detecting certain heart and lung sounds, highlighting the need for further refinement of techniques. Additionally, the research on smartphone-based PCG has pointed to the potential for a modest positive predictive value in detecting conditions like atrial fibrillation, suggesting the possibility of false positive, meaning the app indicates a problem when there isn't one. Therefore, while the concept behind Circadian V aligns with ongoing research in smartphone-based PCG, the claim of 96% accuracy, which initially captured our attention, requires thorough scrutiny and robust independent peer-reviewed validation to ascertain its true clinical utility. It's essential to understand the specific methodology of their testing and the type of heart condition the app is designed to detect using heart sound analysis, and how its performance compares to established diagnostic methods in well-controlled studies that focus on PCG. Consequences of hope. The allure of these exciting claims, particularly when linked to a young and impressive individual, can be powerful. However, when it comes to our health, we must understand the potential downside of blind optimism. Consider this: an app giving you a false positive, saying you have a heart issue when perfectly healthy, can trigger unnecessary anxiety, stress, and costly medical tests. Conversely, A false negative where the app indicates you are fine when a problem exists could be even more perilous, delaying essential medical attention and potentially worsening your condition. Furthermore, the algorithms powering these apps might harbor biases if trained on limited datasets, potentially leading to inaccurate results for certain populations. Marketing campaigns, especially those featuring a captivating young innovator, could inadvertently overstate the app's capabilities or lack transparency regarding its testing and the specific heart conditions it can reliably detect using PCG. This focus on novelty can sometimes overshadow the crucial need for direct comparison against established medical benchmarks. While innovation, especially from a young entrepreneur who naturally attract our attention, is exciting, we must prioritize accuracy and reliability in healthcare. Our hope for quick and easy solutions, fueled by the salience of these claims, shouldn't overshadow the need for solid scientific evidence, particularly for technologies relying on PCG to inform health decisions. Critical thinking overhyped. However, when evaluating claims, especially in sensitive areas like healthcare, we must apply the same rigorous scientific standards to everyone, regardless of age. The initial attention-grabbing nature of youth should not replace the necessity for evidence-based validation, especially for technologies using PCG that can impact public health. Research on smartphone-based PCG for heart monitoring is promising and advancing. These studies demonstrate the potential of using smartphones to record heart sounds and are exploring factors that affect the quality of these recordings. However, it's crucial to distinguish between the potential of the technology and the proven effectiveness of a specific application. When faced with extraordinary claims, particularly from young innovators who naturally command our attention, our inclination to be impressed should be balanced with healthy skepticism and a demand for strong scientific evidence specifically related to PCG. So the next time you see a headline about a teenage prodigy that immediately grabs your attention, remember that same feeling when you notice the unexpected person on the street. Your brain is signaling something unusual. That's your cue to engage your critical thinking. If you found this analysis helpful, please like and subscribe for more content that examines the intersection of psychology, media and technology. Leave your thoughts in the comments below. Thank you. Have a nice day.